What up, y'all? It's me and Josh tonight. We're going to talk about, I'm going to let Josh give his thoughts on the Fearless Fred Fury album. We're going to talk a little more about that. And then we're going to do a full-on review of the Flip the Rat EP. So, shit, dude. What did you really think about Fred Fury?
Alright, well, it's the first good album they've had in quite a while. It's more closer to their Joker card music than previous albums have been out for a while. They started off, it was okay. Lyrically, it's fine. It was just very slow and kind of didn't really pick up, to me, it didn't pick up any pace until about West Verner Avenue. And then that's when it started becoming more like their old ICP. It's like I really love West Verner Avenue, Game Over, Night of the Red Rum, Triplex was awesome.
Yeah.
Shimmer was really good, and I Like It Rough.
Yeah.
It just it was weird that they had to have a warning thing for a song. You know, I don't know if it's because of the way people are so sensitive that words is violence nowadays, and but if you're that kind of person, why would you be listening to an ICP album? it's either kind of people like us or just their most fervent fans. The Trailer Park White Trash Juggalos just love anything they put out. But normal people ain't gonna listen to this album if they were just trying to be funny. Like I said, the beware part. If there was literally a literal warning, that's kind of pointless. But if they were trying to be funny, they were trying to set it up to be such an amazing fucking song and so graphically violent, and it was no worse than anything else they've ever had that dealt with any kind of, murdering women or raping bodies. I mean, they've had sex with corpses and
yeah.
all kinds of shit like that. But yeah, it's I like it. It's pretty good. It's the character Fred Fury. It's
lame as fuck.
It's weird. I like the design of it. It's
Yeah,
physically,
it
it looks like
cool.
got a little rat in his pocket, crowbar, and that 665, like he's a neighbor of the beast or some shit.
Neighbor of the beast. 665, the neighbor of the beast.
Yeah, seriously. It's better than like some of the most recent albums. It's I'd say about good 80% of all this, 80 to 90%. It's all good.
Yeah.
The songs are not that great lyrically. They're really well written. It's just I like more to their upbeat, faster rap style with the kind of horror sound to it, not the poppy, happy stuff like from The Tempest. I mean, I'm not a big
still
fan of
gotta listen to the it's coming in the mail though. The Tempest is coming in the mail.
that. Yeah, to me, I'd give this like an 8 out of 10.
Yeah, I think that's
8
what
out
I
of
gave
10.
it. I think I gave it an 8, or maybe a 7 or 8. But yeah, it's to me the worst song on here is Nobody's Fault. The one with that auto tune.
That's really bad. Like a bad R. Kelly song. Like I'm stuck in an ICP song.
Yeah, I mean, I get the message though. I mean, you're a fuck up, and when you fuck up and shit, it's nobody's fault but yours. Like, I get the message, but man, to me, they could have done that in a better song. But yeah, like you said, with I Like It Rough, like, the subject matter's fucked up because he's murder fucking a runaway, but at the same time, we've heard shit very similar and just like that from these guys over the past 20 years, So to put that Beware track it's a waste of space. Are they apologizing? Why are they warning us? I mean, especially they know their fan base, like you said. No normal average person is going to be buying some especially a ICP album 30 years later. You know what I mean?
Today's kids, most of the people that listen to ICP are now in their late 20s at earliest, and 30s and 40s now.
Yeah.
All these new millennial kids and all this shit, they're not listening to ICP.
And if you get what I do like is there's old ICP fans like us who, even though some of their newer stuff isn't really reaching us, we can still find shit to like out of there. But what I also like is they've got a whole bunch of newer fans who just love this new shit they've been putting out. And So at least it's there for somebody. But I had said this with Zach. You know, we hated Lost, the Missing Link Lost and shit, and you know, didn't really like Found all that much. But
I think the last one that was good before that was Bang Pow Boom.
yeah, Bang Pow
That
Boom
was
I
the
like.
last good one, and then after that, it was
Death
just
Pop I like okay, but there's nothing to really write home about. But I went ahead and before I got the Fred album, I turned Lost and Found back on and did a little reevaluation because I hadn't listened to it in like 4 years, and it's not as bad as I remember, but
it's no Joker cards.
yeah, still not a cool Joker card. You know, and there's nothing that I remember. The only thing I ever remember from Lost is vomit. And it's so stupid. It's like vomit, what is it? On his face he vomits. On his face he vomits. So you go to Hell's Pit and Beelzebub barfs on you. That's the worst thing here.
Because like Bang Pow Boom, I mean, he literally gathered all his scum up and then blew them up in a nuclear blast. I mean, come on. But the vomit.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, compare these Joker card characters to the originals, man. The originals had a sinister vibe about them.
Oh, fucking Great Malenko. The starting fucking track to Great Malenko with the jukebox freaking out was fucking awesome.
That's another thing I wanted to bring up.
And the Amazing Jekyll Brothers, the fortune teller dude.
I knew this. Fucking, when you listen to the new intros are kind of lame because all it's just doing is telling you about the character. Whereas the original 6 intros felt like, all right, take Riddlebots for instance. You got these guys, they're driving around, and they get in a crash. Then they basically wake up in the place between heaven and hell, and they got to do the riddle box to find out where they're going to go. And then, like you said, Malenko, there's a party going on, people are having fun. And then the music fucks up, and Alice Cooper comes in there and talks about the great Malenko's coming. And then the people didn't listen. They're like, oh, fuck it, turn the music back on. And like you said with Jekyll Brothers, man, like this dude just walks into this fucking old antique shop, and he's looking for something for his dad. And then the old man's like, well, I've got this candle for you. Like, the early intros felt like something was happening. Like there was this coming, basically this coming apocalypse.
Apocalypse was coming.
And it was
this was their form of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. These Jekyll cards.
Yeah, 6 horsemen of the apocalypse in a way. And so it was like, they felt very sinister and like something's about to happen, but nobody's paying attention.
Yeah, and that's why with Bizarre, and that's why they had. That was it. That was the apocalypse was upon them.
Yeah, and those were some great fucking intros for both Bizarre albums. So it's just, to me, these new cards just aren't as well thought out as those early ones.
The themes they're not. Each one doesn't have a whole story theme like the original Joker cards.
You know,
each one like had something to do with, like the Amazing Jekyll Brothers had the starter. Then they had the Jekyll Brothers song, which was awesome. They had both of them. One was Jake Jekyll, one was Jack Jekyll. You know, that's fucking amazing because there were 2 opposite songs, like Yin and Yang.
Yeah.
And all their albums did that.
Because you'd always get an intro, then you get the character song. And they kind of do that now, but they did on Ringmaster, they do the character song like at the end of the album, I believe, the Ringmaster song. And they do that with Bang Pow Boom. You get the intro, and then at the very end of the album, you get that
the thing with Bang Pow Boom, the whole album is them setting up all the people to get to the festival.
They're calling
he comes in, and then boom, he finishes them all.
Yeah, so that makes sense.
Because each one's been a really good theme of more like different torment of hell.
Yeah.
After that, it's just they just make these kooky characters.
Exactly.
They're more like Scooby-Doo characters now. They're no longer these dark, foreboding demons.
They were real. There was a real sinister vibe about those early characters. Like my main complaint about Fred Fury is he punches you. You fucking die, and he punches you. He beats the shit out of you for wasting your life. Which, nobody should waste their life, but I mean, that's not as sinister as something like the Great
You're going to hell
Malenko.
for wasting your life. I mean, the other ones they had rapists and murderers and horrible people. This you waste your
Well,
life.
I guess you're not necessarily going to hell for wasting your life. Let's say you're at the between world and he beats your ass, and then you go through the different
Oh, that's just even. Oh, that's even better.
judgments. I mean, but
Just
still,
get your ass beat before you even get a fucking judge.
it's so lame. It's lame as all fuck, and yeah, it's just lame. But I mean, I still love ICP, and you know that new one is, like you said, the best in a long time. There's more songs that I remember off of it than I do with Death Pop, and definitely Lost and Found.
I can't even remember nothing about Death Pop. So I remember I had the gold version that had like all the extra CDs and all the different artists and shit, and it was not a memorable album.
Oh, the gold one was Bang Pow Boom.
No, jeez,
Red Pop, you had
Red,
the red pop, white pop, and black pop.
They just
But yeah, like the only thing I remember off of it is
let's flip the rap one.
yeah. What do I remember off of here? All right, the Mighty Death Pop song I like, and Juggalo Juice, the song about all the different Faygo.
Yeah, and they have the other albums got all the other fucking.
Yeah. This one's got the covers. I need to get the other two because the other two have a different disc.
Starla's brother let us borrow the full, all of them one day, and we listened to them on a trip. And just, I saw myself just skipping. I'm like, next. There's just nothing.
Yeah, there's nothing real special or anything, but you know, I'll still buy their shit. I mean, cause fucking, I've been listening to these dudes for so long. I like to see where they're at, you know, every couple years. But so, enough about Fred Fury. They also released an EP at the same time. You could, I guess at record stores, you could buy the double version where Flip the Rat and Fred Fury are together. But if you bought the standard CD version, you got a code to type in on their website, and they'd send you the album for Flip the Rat. And so I went and did that because, you know, to me, I'm always down with as much ICP as I can have. And, you know, what did you think about this Flip the Rat that we had just listened to?
Okay. It really felt more like it's just like songs that just didn't meet their standards for the original, the base album.
Yeah.
It had some. There's some. This one's more 50-50 because there's not a lot of songs on this album.
Yeah, there's only 12 tracks, which, alright, they call it an EP, but ICP to me have always done full albums, but they'll call it an EP. Like, 12 tracks,
EPs
that's
like
an album,
four
man.
the most, and usually it's like 2 songs and then 2 remixes. But
Yeah, and
this is
ICP do EPs that have 6 to 8 to 12 tracks all the time, and so, like, fucking, it's an album, y'all.
I mean, it's cool. It's about the little rat that rides in Fred Fury's pocket.
And yeah, there's like no real, they don't even really talk about Flip the Rat. They mention him, I believe, on one of the first tracks on Fred, but on here you just hear rat chirps.
Yeah, it's weird. They have a character that has no development of any kind. Now, one thing I did notice, and it was, they have at least one song on the Fred Fury album, was they started doing this cover, where they have rips of different other music.
Yeah. Where they sample music.
Murder Road was
Electric
Avenue.
And I love the shit out of that.
That was funny. This one's got, like Travis told we listened to it, is The Dog, and it's fucking
Man in the Box.
Man in the Box by Alice in Chains.
Yeah. It's
funny.
cool. I like what they do with it, but man, that song drags. It's over 6 minutes, and you feel the length on that one. I mean, but it's a rocking track. I like what they do with Man in the Box. Except for maybe Shaggy's little lay down, bad dog, go outside, bad dog. It's like, it's kind of annoying.
Yeah. And Be Safe did, it's got the drum. When you start his to it, you think you're about to play fucking Sublime.
Yeah, you think you're about to hear What I Got from Sublime as soon as that drum kicks in. Fucking.
Yeah, this got a guy called, Big Hoodoo.
Yeah.
Hungry. And Travis was like, he checked him out. It's pretty cool. When I told him, he sounds like Exhibit. Because they've rapped with these people before, so it's not like it's any different.
Yeah, and I've never really listened to any Exhibit.
Hungry was a really good song.
Yeah.
Splish Splash.
That's funny, but
it was weird. It just sounds like something made for the Juggalo girls.
Yeah.
Friend request. That was a good one. That was
one of the best ones.
That reminds me of God, what's the name of that song? Where he played the.
Are you talking about To Catch a Predator?
To Catch a Predator. This reminds me. This is like part 2 to Catch a Predator, or this is the preceding to Catch a Predator.
Yeah,
it is. It is literally just nothing about somebody trying to diddle little kids.
Weirdos hitting you up on Facebook that you don't know and
trying to diddle a little kid or some shit. It's just,
I'm Choppy the Clown.
I mean, it's good. I mean, I can definitely see if they probably should just put this with the album, have a double disc set.
Yeah, and they kind of did that. If you, I guess if you bought it, because you can also buy them together on their website as well. But that's like over $20. And whereas I got the Fred album for like $8 on Amazon. So it's like
I'm guessing they just didn't want to make this a character that people expect to hear more about. Because sometimes you would as a character has no bearing on the story.
Yeah, it's like if they did
what
an album.
What little story they have. Because it's supposed to end at the original Joker cards, and apparently, like, the last Joker card's coming, and then, here's more Joker cards!
Here's more Joker cards! It's almost like, alright, Flip the Rat is almost like if they did an album based off of that bird on Malenko's finger.
That's right, exactly. Well, or the Tempest, because it's got the Raven.
Yeah, the Raven on the Wraith fucking...
On the Wraith.
Shoulder. If they did an album about that, or one of the fireballs that the Jekyll brothers fucking juggle, but it's cool. I'm glad they did that because artists don't do this kind of shit a lot. The ICP I've always liked because they're always giving their fans something, and it's always when it's great, it's great. When it's lame. But
I just wish they had more. ICP would be one of those bands who'd put they used to kind of have like a little story in the booklets.
I think they do have a
story. Well, not on this one.
Well, yeah, not in that one.
It'd be nice to know more about does he like nibble on the on people or some shit.
After Fred beats your ass, does he nibble on the fucking soul or whatever? But yeah, you get his introduction here, but I believe that's the exact intro that the dude reads. Whereas in the other ones, on the inside of the booklet, you had a whole lot
like
more.
A little story.
Yeah.
Which is always I really like the most.
Like the intro of the album gave you the basic details, but the inside of the book gave you the full-on story.
And also in the previous album, their older albums, they would have each character had their own music, and it told a story. So you actually they really fleshed out their characters. In the later stuff, they just sort of get some, they get some lyrics or from their point of view, but it's never, you don't really know much about the character. So it does make them lame, because, like this guy, maybe there's more to his story other than he just punches you in purgatory.
That's the basic gist of this character, is he fucking punches you. I mean,
he's got 665 tattooed on his fist.
I would like
Why didn't they should have brought that up in the thing? Like, does he got?
Yeah, what does that even mean? What does the 665
the joke's always
mean?
That's the neighbor of the beast, but they didn't bring it up in any of the songs or anything.
Yeah, but yeah, this is, what do you got? The first couple tracks are kind of whatever to me. The intro is rat noises, and then A Face for Fighting, fight back. I like the beat. Revenge, though, is using that, if anybody remembers the old ICP track Sleepwalkers, it's using that exact same flow. So it kind of throws me off, and I can't really appreciate Revenge as much as I should.
It's not very, that kind of style is not very, it's not advanced. It's like starter rapping.
Yeah.
When he started, it's how he sounded, but now his flow is a lot better.
Yeah, it's cool because, there's a lot of songs where you get the standard ICP kind of flow, but then there's a lot of songs on both these albums where, they are really bringing their A game as far as their rap flow and shit. Like on here with I Could Never, the song about how he could never be God, there's some really good. He's got some really good fucking flow up in his shit. I'm not a hip hop guy, so I mean, I'm not gonna be fucking. I'm a white kid, all right. I don't know shit about.
He's an Asian.
I'm not street enough,
white kid.
So
He's
when I
Asian.
say flow, when I say he spits, it's just not gonna sound right. But like you said, all right, I've never been the biggest fan of any other psychopathic artist.
Yeah, Black Lotus.
Yeah, Dark Lotus
Dark
is
Lotus.
okay.
Fucking Twisted.
Never. I like some Twisted, and then Blaze is lame. I can't stand Anybody Killer's voice. He sounds too wet in the mouth. If that makes any like Sylvester the Cat rapping. You know, just too much spit in that mouth or something. But I loved Zug Island because it was like a cool rock band, like an alt rock band. And that album, I still love the shit out of that Cracked Tiles album. And so the track that Hungry featuring Big Hoodoo, I've always heard of the guy. I don't like any of the newer people. I don't like Boondocks. I don't like Ouija Mac. But I heard Big Hoodoo on Hungry, and I was like, damn, that's some cool shit. So I was like, I need to check this dude out. So I ordered his first album, Crystal Skull, and it's damn good. Really fucking good. Highly recommend it to anyone. Even if you're not a fan of this ICP shit, like the Big Hoodoo thing, it feels not as connected. Like it doesn't sound like Twisted. It doesn't sound like Ouija Mac or none of that. Like it kind of has its own thing going. Really dig it. But yeah, Split Splash, kind of funny, kind of like nasty fat girls, fat juggalettes and shit. Gotta get them bathed. But Friend Request, I could never. But the song Hawking, about all the conspiracies, I really dig. Because I am a bit of a conspiracy nut.
It's the Alex Jones song.
Yeah. I mean, it's all interesting to me. I like alternate theories behind things. It's just interesting. I'm not going to be like, oh my god, dude, the earth is flat. No. I mean, no. But shit, I'm always watching like weird documentaries about weird shit.
Nothing wrong with questioning things.
Yeah, exactly. And so the song Hawking has probably one of my favorite musical styles on this album. It's a little more rock. There's a little bit of a southern tinge to the guitar, and it sounds like something that you would hear off of a Zug Island album. So I was like, that's cool as shit. And the dog with the Alice in Chains, that's cool, but goes on too long. But I really like Be Safe because I'm a big fan of their real positive, feel-good Friends songs and shit. And Be Safe, Zach and I complained last week about how I Like It Rough doesn't feel like a good track to end the Joker card off with, because think back to some of the earlier ending tracks like I'm Coming Home, Pass Me By, Nothing's Left. Like those are songs that kind of like really fucking end the albums on a high note. And so this one, I think Be Safe would have probably been better as the final track on the Joker card.
It might be like how Hypnotized and Mesmerized from System of a Down. Remember, it's two albums, two separate albums.
But you had those connecting tracks.
You got an intro on the first one, the second one has an intro, but the second one has an outro.
Yeah.
See, that one has an intro but no outro. This one has the outro, so it might be two discs.
Yeah,
they go together.
Yeah, they do go together. But yeah, this one is about 50-50 for me. Like, I don't really get into it till around Hungry. But Hungry's still not all that great. Like, it's good, but it ain't really nothing for me to write home about. But definitely from like Friend Request to the end of the album, I'm digging it. Cause Split Splash is one that I'm like, I get it, it's funny, but nothing to write home about.
It's like between the two, this is the first time they've done a lot of. It seems like there's a lot of sequel songs. A lot of songs sequels to previous ones. Like I said, you got the To Catch a Predator sequel, Friend Request. You have Tap Tap.
The
sequel.
Tap Tap feels very connected to Shimmer. Shimmer feels like it's very connected to.
Like after he killed the family, he got sent off, and the family moved out. New family moved in. Well, she came back, and now because she was a bloody demon, and now she's torturing this kid that lives there now.
But damn, Shimmer's such a good song.
It is.
I like how Shimmer, the music is soft, you know, but like, damn, the lyrics are pretty good. It's one of those perfect balances that ICP is really good at, with like the soft music and the darker lyrics meshing together really well. But yeah, like you said, yeah, some of the songs, I mean, they sort of feel connected, but they can also be their own thing. I mean, you can connect many ICP songs to other ones. I mean, I remember Mouse. You remember Mouse, our old Juggalo friend? He used to feel like Blam from The Wraith was sort of like a connection to I Want My Shit from Jekyll Brothers, where, alright, he ain't gonna die till he gets his shit. He wants Fago, Free Hose, good
Rusty
weed.
Axe.
Yeah, and fucking, so when you get Blam, you get your genie, and then you can just wish all the things you want. So he kind of said that he feels a connection there. I was like, I get it. You know, so you can connect a lot of ICP tracks together in ways. But so far, I mean, this one I'll probably give it a 6. You know, I mean, it's not as good as the bass album, but there's some decent shit on here. And I mean, totally worth it. What you think?
Yeah. Especially if it's free or if it comes with the bass album. What the hell?
Yeah, exactly. It's just more ICP. Like I said, I'm always down with more ICP. But shit. I forgot what I was gonna say. I'm losing my shit here. But if you're not a fan of these guys, you know, there's no way I can convince you to be a fan. But yeah, I'm glad they're still doing their fucking thing. Like to me, ICP are like legends in hip hop, and you know, they're kind of getting a little more respect nowadays, which is cool. But yeah, to me, they're legends, man. They've been around so long.
Them and Eminem are like
thing.
Korn and Limp Bizkit.
Yeah, I guess in a way, like, you know,
because you got these guys like Eminem. They do the horror. It's horrorcore. That horror style rapping. Just like how he had Korn and Limp Bizkit going at each other's throats. You have these two. ICP will always be one of those fringe rap groups.
And one thing too, alright man, those first couple Eminem albums are great. But to me, ICP have way more better albums than Eminem.
Well, yeah, in this style of genre. Because, like I said, Eminem's more of an actual...
just more established, mainstream.
Kind of, you know...
These dudes can do what they want.
These guys are comedians.
Yeah, these
They're
guys
clowns.
can just do what they want. And there's no like nothing really holding them back. Whereas Eminem's got
they did
like
have a
an
movie
image.
First.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, a shitty fucking movie, but yeah, they did make a movie first. Oh God, a shitty movie. They apparently have a new one coming out called Big Money Thrustler. I don't know what the fuck that is, but
oh, come on, Big Money Hustlers was pretty funny.
oh man.
It was so bad it was
Hustlers got some pretty funny moments. Rustlers is better.
Yeah.
More better made, but Hustlers got some pretty decent moments. I love the Dolomite shit, Dolomite being in there. I'm the ghost of Dolomite. You know, man, Dolomite ain't dead. I know I ain't dead. I don't write the shit, I just do what they tell me to say.
Just one thing I've always loved it. The little skits between songs.
Yeah, and there's a couple on there. Most of it's that Willie B. Swags. Willie B. I can never say his name right. That
I got a truckload of pussies out here. I can't fuck them all.
yeah.
They're just so good. I always love their intro, their little in-between tracks, just little comedy sketches.
Yeah, fucking going back to at least it's been a long time since I've heard Carnival of Carnage, but at least going back to Ringmaster, there was some. They always had really cool in-between tracks, like with the Daddy, it's a clown. Fucking, he's like, hey sir, what? It's round like a ball, and looks like a ball, and doesn't bounce like a ball. Your daddy's nugget. Realbox had some really good ones with, especially the interview where the guy's interviewing them, but the whole time they're just like making noise and shit, like. But Yeah, man. And fucking, I can't wait to see what these motherfuckers wind up doing next. I mean, technically, this is the fourth Joker card of this new deck. So we're at the Great Malenko point. But think about this. Zach and I brought this up. I want your thoughts on here. Back in the day, all right, how long did it take them to get to this point?
I see.
I believe 92 to 97. You had about 5 years by the time they got to the fourth Joker card.
Yeah, about every year and a half they were coming out with an album.
Yeah, and now it's been 10 years since Bang Pal Boom came out. Number one of this deck.
Long?
Yeah, dude. And so it took them 10 years to get to the Malenko point. So, fucking, how long is it going to take before we get the next two cards? I mean, another thing,
you got to
too,
think how big they are now as opposed to when they back
they're
then.
working
all
a lot,
they did
man.
was make albums. Where now they
They're
got
running
together and they
yeah,
got
man.
they got
Chuck
in their studio.
Days,
They handle other artists and shit.
Yeah.
So
they're busy as fuck.
it just seems like there's probably gonna be no
yeah.
full set. I don't think they're ever gonna finish it. It's just gonna be one of those things where it's just gonna fade off one day. Whereas because from the beginning, the original joke cards had a beginning and end. Mm-hmm. They stated every album talked about it's getting closer to the end. These ones don't even bring up.
Yeah,
they don't bring up no apocalypse, nothing impending. They're all supposed to be post-apocalypse.
Yeah, all the albums before the sixth always mentioned how the sixth was coming. This one, these don't even do that. Fucking, it's like when you had the original cards, you had, even if you knew or had an idea of what the message was, these, there's like nothing to reveal. So like, what's gonna be special about this new sixth card that eventually
the original,
comes
they
out?
always harkened to a coming doom, a coming apocalypse. This one's, they're just
nothing.
These are just like the world's either been destroyed and people are just now being judged or something.
Yeah, it's where is this going? I mean, there's no. It doesn't feel like there's no path.
Yeah, there's no story.
Yeah.
Each one has a story it's a little tiny story of their own, but they're not tying into a bigger story like the originals did.
Yeah, man, it's kind of sad.
I mean, it's a lot of work to do that, and you know, I
Yeah.
can understand that they've been doing this for so long, and they got so much they got to do.
That is true.
And with the way things are today, I mean, it gets harder for them to do shit.
Yeah. I mean, like, it just feels
I'm
like there's
surprised
no-
nobody's come out and said one of them's fucking raped or fucking
God.
did something to some
I
person.
hope that never happens, man. I hope
You
that.
would think the way juggalettes throw themselves at
You
them,
know-
you got to know. But this is they probably have done something with underage girls, but these girls don't care because they're their biggest fans.
I would hope not. I mean, I would pray that never happens. But I need to talk about Blase Rose for a minute, man. A couple years ago, this lady named Blase Rose jumped on Psychopathic Records, and she was the first female rapper on this label, and it hit me then that I was like, damn, this has been a sausage party for like 2 decades, and they finally get a fucking juggalette, someone for all the juggalettes, a voice for the juggalettes. And she only made one EP, and a lot of drama happened, and she was dropped from the label. Bunch of different stories happened. There's been a lot of drama in the ICP camp for a couple years, with Twisted leaving and bringing most of the artists to their new label and all this. But the whole Blase Rose situation is kind of sad, because I was like, all right, finally, the ladies of the ICP fandom have a voice to cling to. But the EP was pretty fucking lame. Only like 6 tracks, no problem there, but it was too going for that broken girl persona, and I was kind of hoping it would be like an angry chick, like an ICP, like this chick is like luring dudes around and killing them.
So
and
you
shit.
thinking it's like they just shoehorned her in just?
It felt shoehorned.
So they just threw in some female. They actually didn't go out of their way to try to get somebody with talent or anything.
Yeah,
they just shoehorned somebody in just for the sake of
she had some decent
Yes,
talent.
I hate that. I hate putting.
But
I hate
it felt
putting
like
diversity for the sake of diversity.
Yeah.
Because then now she just made it. Doing that made it worse for somebody who actually might be talented and good.
because who knows
just give
if
it
they're
to her
ever going to
because-
get another lady on the
Yeah.
site.
I mean, you never know. There might have been somebody good coming up, but now nobody wants to give her a chance because, well, that idiot ruined it.
yeah, it was real sad because I was like, all right, rock on. But like, yeah,
we love female singers in music.
It felt very forced.
Some of the best metal has female bands.
Because they hyped her up, man. They hyped her up, and all of a sudden, boom, she's gone. And almost like they completely just wiped her from memory. And what's sad is there were many times I almost bought that album. Just because...
You probably should just go ahead and get it anyway.
But that's the sad thing,
can't get it?
is it is hard to get without spending a decent amount of money.
Damn.
And I knew that was going to happen. A couple years ago when it was out, I could have got it for like $10, $8 on Amazon. And I almost bought it many times because I was like, this is the first female artist on the site.
So anytime you find something you think might
Or
not
the
be around for
label.
long, you should get it. Like
Yeah.
that when I got that and decided to give it to you.
Oh, yeah.
I do. I was like, damn,
Oh.
somebody's gonna say, "Oh, that's offensive. There's dicks and pussies on the thing."
Right.
Yeah,
And
you should have
so
jumped on that.
I should have jumped on it because now it's a little hard to get. I'll eventually find it cheaper, but it's kind of like, damn, man, I should have jumped on that because for whatever reason, ICP and most of the psychopathic artists, their albums, the CDs and physical albums, wind up getting expensive as all fuck.
Yep, like when you tried the different colored cases that came with the
Yeah, it's
previous Joker cards.
hard to find. You can get the different color Malenkos fairly cheap, but some of the different color Jekyll Brothers are harder to get.
Which is ironic. You can just probably go out and find a fucking just colored case.
Right, yeah.
There was
just
no
find that
difference
color.
in the rest of the album.
Yeah,
It was
you
the
just
case.
had two different covers. You had the Jack cover and the Jake cover. One's smiling, one's frowning. So just get one of those. One's yellow, one's red. I got the red one.
Yeah, it's got orangish yellow. Yeah, because
orangey yellow.
That's the one I had was the orangey yellow one.
But that's another thing I do like about ICP is they're constantly putting out shit that if you snooze, you lose, and you're going to have something that people are willing to spend a decent amount of cash for.
Well, and that's what usually happens with kind of underground music.
Yeah.
I mean, nowadays, a lot of underground music's not even getting physical releases. It's digital only.
It's easier to just drop that shit on the internet as soon as you got a track.
They save a shit ton of money. They get all profit.
No, none of that shit. Manufacturing costs.
For small labels, manufacturing eats up a lot of their profits.
And a lot of those guys, what I do like is a lot of underground artists still do the CDs because it's cheaper to do CDs, and they know that
They tend to
people
do
want
it after
physicals.
they did the digital.
Yeah,
So that way
the
they built
digital
up
will
capital.
come. Yeah.
They built up the capital from the digital, and they're
Yeah.
like, now we can use that
A lot
money
of
to make
them are
our physical.
doing that. A lot of them are doing that. But yeah, so I'm glad ICP are still putting out like extra shit just because. I mean, there was no reason to do 3 different Death
'Cause
Pops
they did-
with 3 different
Yeah.
special CDs with them, but that's cool as hell. There's no reason to do a Flip the Rat EP, but it's cool as hell.
Or even like Bang Pow Boom. They had 3
Yeah,
different
the
colors.
nuclear. Yeah,
And then
3 different
the
colors.
and 3
each-
different songs.
Yeah,
on it.
3 different
the
songs.
second track was different on each one of them.
Yeah, and then they went ahead and put out this nuclear version
nuclear
that has
version,
all
the
of
gold
it
edition.
together. Fucking 2 discs and a DVD, like.
Which is funny. It's like all this for just 2 extra songs. Because if you got one, all thing
Yeah.
you're missing is 2 other songs.
Yeah, you're just missing 2 other songs. I mean, but now you're getting a bunch of extra songs. You got like an 8-track second disc. But yeah, so I mean, they're a band that I still fucking respect, and I think they're legends in hip hop. A lot of people aren't going to agree with me, but they are.
I mean, how many comedy style, almost horrorcore rappers are there?
That many.
I can't really think of hardly
Most comedy rap becomes novelty, whereas ICP kind of feels like they started off.
They're like the
definitely as
Weird Al's
novelty.
of horrorcore rap. Because you got like bands like Twisted, they're being serious.
Yeah, they're a little more serious.
Dark Lotus, they're all being serious, and
Yeah.
why so serious? Reject them. ICP, they don't take themselves seriously.
Yeah, and that's what's so fun about
And what's
them.
funny is that people outside them take them way too seriously.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, these are gang members and shit, and these are 2 of the most fucking generous, nice guys ever.
Yeah, it's It's incredible. I mean, I like that they're getting more respect now. It took a long time, but they're getting a little more respect in the rap game, and that makes me happy because they, like I was about to say, they broke away from definitely they felt like a novelty act for the first couple of years. A couple clown rapper guys being funny, but they've definitely broke away from being a novelty act, and there's something with some serious staying power.
People couldn't deny the massive crowds they would draw.
Yeah, man, like their shit sells, dude.
I mean, I made the joke. It's like, yeah, they empty a few trailer parks when they have a show, but those people are loyal. Yeah, I mean, I ain't gonna talk shit about it, but you ever watch those gathering shows? You're like, these are some of the. I mean, you gotta give them. It's tons of white people, but they're probably the least racist of all people you'll ever find, because that's the type of people ICP draws to them, because they're. But man, a lot of white trash fans. People like us, you won't know we're ICP fans, but you can tell the white trash ICP fan.
Yeah, you couldn't look at us and be like, oh, they listen to ICP. But man, I remember back in the day, Smith Station in Phoenix City was Juggalo country, man.
Shit. Well, how we all wore ICP shirts all the time.
Yeah, wore those, you know.
We wore them out.
But those guys were those stereotype juggalos.
They would wear the face paint everywhere they go. Oh. We just had the Hot Topic pants and shirts. That's all we did. We didn't do the face painting.
We do it for like Halloween 1 year.
Or we'd walk around yelling Juggalo when you see people on the side of the street, but it'd just be funny. Some of these people take themselves seriously. I mean, they are a hardcore. You would think they are a gang if you didn't know any better. But these people are far from a gang, because I just don't think they got it in them to be an actual gang.
Yeah, I mean, there's
perverts, sexual perverts, yeah, and lots of STDs. You'll ever watch those videos on those gatherings, but some of the nicest people.
But I do like the way everybody's cool with everybody, man. Like, you know,
so I'm saying,
no discrimination, you know. I'm sure there are.
Plenty of them are probably got some hardcore racists, but majority of all of them are the least racist group of fans you can ever think of.
Yeah.
Even though it's mostly white people, no matter what people want to try to say, these people are nice people.
Yeah, they're one of the most
smelly,
loyal fan bases.
Yeah, I would hate to go to the gather just because I bet it smells bad.
It probably does smell bad. I mean, but I'm sure every major festival smells bad.
That's like a Comic-Con outside in the hot sun for days.
Yeah, I'm sure every festival fucking stinks, especially 2-day-long festivals where you don't have showers. You know, I mean, I'm sure Burning Man stinks. I'm sure Fish concerts stink.
That's what I'm saying. Most hippie things like that would smell bad. But this is a rap kind of rap group. You think there'd be a little bit? No, they're probably on par with those Woodstock style fucking festivals. It's like,
we're the mud people.
Jesus Christ, man! Oh my God, the BO smell that has to be.
Man, but yeah, glad one came out. They dropped some shit this year, and we'll see what they do next time. Any ICP fans watching this, let us know what you think about this new shit. I dig it.
Yeah, I dig it.
First time I've really dug the hell out of it. First time I've listened to one multiple times since I've got it, in maybe 10 years or more. Well, yeah, definitely more than 10 years.
When did Death Pop come out?
2012, I think. It's hard to believe that was that long ago.
That's 7 years.
Jesus.
Almost 10 years. I was going to say, because I know Death Pop came out, because I know me and Starla have been together, and we listened to it on the way out of town. I was like, I wasn't impressed, but damn, it has been that long. They're about as bad as, System of a Down died anyways. So.
Yeah, I think the last one that I'd listened to multiple times after getting it was probably Hell's Pit. And that was, 15 years ago, man? 2004?
I probably wore the shit out of my Amazing Jekyll Brothers album.
Yeah, way back in the day, man.
I listened to that. I would listen to that non-stop.
I would kill that shit. I still turn them old ones on, man.
That's my 90s shit. ICP, Korn, System of a Down. That's the kind of music I listen to. I was a new metal fucking underground rap listening person.
So we got coming up, we've got all of March. It's going to be March Metal Madness from here on out. We've got some cool ideas. We're going to do a Kitty retrospective. Ready to do some Kitty?
God, again?
We never did Kitty.
You sure?
Damn sure. We were going to, but never did. But also,
That's be easy. Their first album was amazing. After that,
I say first three.
yeah, but it's more like a downhill slope. Just
Yeah.
because they fucked up after the first one.
Then we're gonna do one I'm really looking forward to: top 10 '90s metal albums. Come up with your favorite top 10 '90s metal albums. Boom! I've already got my list. Zach's like, I can only find 5, but I'm sure he'll be able to find some more in the coming weeks. So be on the lookout for some March Metal Madness. And so we'll see you guys next time.